From Inc.com, this is the Inc. Productivity Tip. Expert opinions, valuable insight, and helpful advice from today's top business coaches, thought leaders, and entrepreneurs. The AI race has a hidden problem, and that is, nobody agreed on the rules. As Joe Galvin, the Chief Research Officer at Vistage, writes, AI moved faster than company policies could keep up, and now governance has to catch up. Major technology waves usually follow the same arc. There's a quick, obvious, and contagious upside early, and then the problems follow. The internet gave businesses global reach, fast communication, and previously unimaginable access to information, along with data breaches and security risks that nobody could have anticipated. Organizations scrambled to catch up with firewalls, acceptable use policies, and IT oversight. Generative AI is following a similar pattern. Adoption has been swift and largely uncoordinated. Inappropriate and unsecure use can lead to more problems than the value it creates. Only 22% of CEOs report having a comprehensive AI governance plan in place. So while the productivity gains are real, governance is not reality for most small and medium-sized businesses. That gap is a problem that exposes organizations to tremendous risks. Closing this gap can unlock something more valuable than most CEOs realize. The same Vistage research shows another 21% have only an informal or partial policy, which amounts to no meaningful plan. 26% are actively developing one, and 27% have no policy and no plans to create one. In other words, the majority of CEOs are running organizations without adequate AI guardrails, and these risks are not theoretical. Back in 2023, Samsung engineers inadvertently exposed sensitive source code to ChatGPT. Although the disclosure appears to have been unintentional, once confidential information is submitted to a public, large language model, it can be effectively lost and, even more dangerous, potentially reproduced or exposed. Clear, well-defined protocols are precisely what prevent incidents like that one. For those CEOs looking for a governance plan, research points to three core components as critical. First off, acceptable use sets the standards for how AI can and cannot be used in a professional space. Among CEOs with a governance plan, 87% have these guidelines in place. It's the equivalent of an internet use policy for the AI era. It establishes appropriate behaviors and a framework for enforcement. Secondly, data security governs what can be fed into AI tools. Anything entered into an unsecured model can become part of its training data and potentially become public. 86% of CEOs with a governance plan have these protections in place. Proprietary information and client data should never go into a public AI tool. And third, approved tools are the most overlooked pillar of AI governance, where the biggest opportunity lies. Only 71% of CEOs with a governance plan have standardized or approved tools, making it the least adopted of the three pillars, and the most consequential gap. Without a common tool set, even organizations with strong security and acceptable use policies are leaving significant value on the table. In most businesses today, individual employees are finding ways to use AI on their own and in their own way, building workflows nobody else can see or replicate. The gains are real, but they're random. This is the Tower of Babel problem. When a sales representative is on ChatGPT, a finance manager is on Copilot, and a marketing director is on Claude, well, they're each getting individual value, but they can't share it. The tools largely do the same thing, but with different terminologies, structures, approaches, and best practices. The workflows don't translate. Everyone is learning different things at different paces, and the organization doesn't get smarter as a whole. The dynamic is changed once there's a common set of approved tools. When everyone is working in the same platform, teams can share best practices, use the same terminology, and work in the same shared structures. Individual productivity goes from random spots of value to an organization that optimizes overall impact. In essence, the entire organization lifts itself up. That common platform for collaboration is the first key to organizational optimization. Deliberate decisions will set CEOs on the right path. First, inventory what's already running in the organization. Employees are using AI tools right now, some sanctioned, some not. Learn the landscape before standardizing. The tool sprawl is almost certainly bigger than it appears. Next, define the approved toolset and commit to it. Communicate the decision clearly and explain why it matters. The goal is to channel AI energy. Vistage Research projects that more than half of CEOs will have comprehensive governance plans in place by next year. The organizations building that foundation now won't just be better protected. They'll also have a head start on the collaboration advantage that tool-sprawled competitors cannot replicate quickly. That's how you power up an organization in today's era of AI. After embracing the use of AI, LinkedIn now appears to be shifting its strategy. As Moses Jean-Francois writes, users can now flag a post they believe shows heavy AI use. This feature comes on the heels of the company's embrace of AI, in which it added AI tools to help members rewrite posts and content. Now, it seems to be cracking down on AI use. LinkedIn's Chief Product Officer, Hari Srinivasan, wrote, AI slop is a top priority for all of us. We really care about this. People come to LinkedIn to connect with real people and share their real perspectives, ideas, and expertise. In this effort, the company said it will continue to expand profile and page verification in order to further identify members and clarify who is writing the content users are reading. LinkedIn will also remove the Enhance Your Post AI feature users see when they write a post or message. The button will be replaced with a tool that proofreads content, but does not change a writer's voice. As the use of AI rises, many have turned to tools to help enhance their writing. This, in turn, created a new phrasing, AI slop, referring to an overly robotic and keen-toned style of voice that feels generic and low quality. Matt Mayer, the CEO of M7 Innovations, told Jean-Francois, "The irony here is that LinkedIn's algorithm is quite elusive, but over the past year, it rewarded the type of LLM speak that has become prominent across all socials, especially LinkedIn." He said, that one sentence per line staccato type speech, not X but Y, overly tech bro copy mansplaining is what actually worked and pumped you up in the algorithm. Now they realize they not only gave everyone the tools to create the AI slop they want to eliminate, but they rewarded it in the algorithm and are now desperate to quickly unwind that as fast as they can. Now, according to Kinsta, only a small percentage of LinkedIn users actively post on the platform. However, those that do often do so on a regular basis. In order to increase the amount of content, such users may turn to AI tools for assistance. According to 404 Media, as much as 41% of content on LinkedIn was generated by AI. For a lot of folks, the crackdown is a welcome change. Mayer says, "I see this as highly opportunistic. As someone who uses LinkedIn as a main platform for our thought leadership and has always personally written every post, I now see a path where I can completely speak the algorithm's language and get amplified. The larger signal here is that we're entering the artisanal era of the internet, where every platform realizes that humans, indeed, do not want to see AI slop from one another." That's all for today. For more expert opinions from today's top business coaches and thought leaders, go to Inc.com/lead. Be sure to come back tomorrow for another helpful tip from Inc.